guys want to get started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a short session today.
Yeah. You said it's more of a downtime versus like a actual activity thing.
Yeah, I mean we could do. Depends on what you guys want to do.
Right.
But just kind of more downtime heavy. Unless you guys want to specifically do stuff, which is fine. Either way.
No, I need someone to kind of recap. I know we fought this guy, got the ship, but I don't remember if there was anything else. Oh, I know Total was looking, and I don't remember the steps, but I know he had that little tip from the droid. We're trying to figure out its infrastructure, where it came from, any information. I believe. Does that make sense? Or am I just totally
About the
talking?
ship.
No. You remember in the droid factory? Oh, that was the other thing. So, side
Yeah.
note, I asked you about the 2 items that I had that we
Yep.
looted.
I
The
have those.
gloves.
Yep.
Okay, the gloves and the pistol. Okay,
Yep.
and then Total was trying to look into the chip that we found on the droid when we first walked into the factory. They had those tips on them.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I misremembering, or is that?
No, you're right. You're right. I just was trying to
Okay.
figure out what you were referencing. But yes,
Yeah.
they do have the chips on them.
So that had information on it, and I think that's all. Other than messing with this droid, I think that's all Total had to do as far as his downtime. He's bought a hands-free comm link so we can talk to
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, we bought those. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys were able to finish off members of the ship. Although one tried to commit suicide, or what is the word when you try to kill your own ship? I'm sure there's a pirate word for that,
Kamikaze,
but
kind of.
Scuttle.
Scuttle. Yeah.
Scuttle. He tried to scuttle his ship.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's scuttling.
Yeah, that is scuttle, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Tried to scuttle his ship from the engine room where he was barricaded in. Unsuccessfully. Well, I won't say unsuccessfully, sort of successfully. But he did not have as much of an effect as he wished he would have.
Right.
Nonetheless, you guys were able to commandeer the ship. You did get with Rinna, send a message to Rinna. She provided some credits for the ship to be towed to a shipyard for some repairs. So you can come back in a few days to collect the ship.
Right.
In the meantime, before you before the ship would be towed, you do have time to look over the ship if you want to search for anything. You did find those gloves, which I'll provide you for info for here in just a minute, and the pistol.
The gloves were when I left one of our first sessions. It wasn't on the ship or in the droid factory. Or no, maybe it was in the droid factory. I
It
don't
was in the
remember
droid factory.
Okay.
The gloves, yeah. They
Okay,
weren't
yeah.
on the ship. You're right.
We haven't searched the ship. Sorry to keep interrupting, but we haven't searched the ship.
No, you're
yet.
fine.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys haven't really fully searched the ship at the moment. You've kind of seen parts of it and searched parts of it, but not really done a full, thorough search.
It was on fire and we almost died. Or
Yeah.
at least one of us
Yeah.
did.
We're kind of focusing on surviving. Yeah, at the time.
How dare you?
Dare us.
Yeah.
You do have the ship sheet if you do want it.
Ship sheet.
But
Yeah.
ship
I'm looking
sheet.
at it now.
Just a couple housekeeping items. We did discuss communication rules. So how we're gonna work this is you can verbally communicate freely between each other. You will have to verbally talk out loud, so it cannot be, you'll be giving up stealthiness for that. Or you'll be taking a hit to your stealth if you're trying to be stealthy.
Got it.
The messages will not be encrypted using that method. And you cannot send anything except verbal information that way. If you intend to send anything else, so information schematics, text messaging, etc., that will take an action to be sent via datapad. So I'm actually gonna roll that's an action because you'll have to actually interface with something. If you're doing that in combat, obviously. With that's also unencrypted unless you're using the special spells that make that encrypted. So,
Cool.
just kind
Cool.
of some housekeeping rules on communication.
Yeah, and that makes sense because it adds value to these spells that seem kind of pointless since we had tech.
Right.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what was the thing we bought again?
Let me find out how
There's
it's
like
actually
I
worded
can't
here. You
remember.
bought a communicator that
Oh, comlink.
it's like an in-ear comlink.
Oh, in-ear
hands-free
comlink.
comlink.
Yep.
So that way we can talk to each other.
Correct, freely, like I was saying.
Right. Okay, but it's not encrypted. So
when you're
it'll
not
be...
near each other.
But anyone can hack it or just listen in. It's like a Bluetooth.
And
okay,
you do have to be on the same planet.
Right.
Yeah.
For that to work.
That makes sense. I forget what it's called in Star Wars. What is it called when you're talking ship to ship, but in different parts of the galaxy? There's a term for it, and I forget.
Like the hologram thing?
Yeah, but there's a word for it. It's a type of Star Wars communication. That's faster than Star Trek communication.
Faster
Not that
than
it's
light communication?
no, they have a specific term for it.
Yeah.
Holocron?
What is?
And that's not really
No.
really the physical.
I don't know. I'll look it up. It's not a huge issue. I just thought maybe you guys knew it.
A
Yeah, but
subspace transceiver.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
There you go.
Subspace transceiver.
Okay.
You probably Googled
but
StarWars.com.
Holography.
Yeah.
Holograms are still considered superior to subspace transceivers.
Right. Only special people get those. So.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess what we'll address first is there anything you guys want to do prior to the ship being taken in to be repaired and getting long rest for the first time in a while?
Too fucking long.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we already counted the long rest. Because I think last time we said we were just going to take it, but I'm guessing we're going to search the ship.
Yeah. Yeah. So total, because Tamir and Nakt are both pretty beat up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was? Oh, okay. You're not anymore. Yeah. Total is gonna basically as before the tow truck comes and picks up the ship. Yeah, I think we should search the ship. There might be good information in here that we need.
Go ahead and just roll investigation check.
Who wants to do it?
Right.
I can. With my
yeah.
-1 investigation.
Please don't.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. It's. Is it -1? Might be. Yep, it's -1.
Oh my
Let's
God.
No.
My investigation is 0.
I'll just do it.
You're gonna assess total. Okay.
Total.
You can
Total's just
assess
gonna do
total.
it.
Okay.
Oh, he needed it.
He's just gonna roll it.
You will get advantage because you will have assistance. So, 18. So it takes you a few hours to fully search the ship. There's, obviously a lot. This is a working ship that people lived on and were actively using. Of note, you find about 1,800 credits total
Nice.
between different storage areas stuffed in like bags
Shit
with
under the
clothing
bed.
for
Yeah.
the different members. You do find a safe that seems to be locked by some sort of mechanism. You can try and either lockpick it, or you could try technology to try and get it open.
I have a slicer. So basically, I can either do digital locks or physical locks. So which one is it? I'm just going to use sleight of hand. Does that
It
make
seems
sense?
to be a digital lock, so go ahead.
Okay.
Tough.
Fucking hey, dude. Every time I need it, I roll like
No.
shit.
Damn, you rolled a 4.
Okay. Yep.
No, but you figure you could probably give it a try later.
Okay.
Since you guys have ownership of the ship for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't say
I'll
that.
give it a shot later. You do find a schematic to some sort of building-based fortress on a planet. You're not sure of the planet. It does not have much. Actually, do any of you? Give me one sec.
Have knowledge planet.
Knowledge planet.
Do you have any? None of you speak Pike, right?
No.
I don't think so.
I may have heard
Give me
it
an
at
hour.
some point, but
Give me an hour, my droid can.
right.
So there is a few words written on it in a language that none of you understand.
Hell yeah.
If you want to have your droid, is that an ability your droid has?
No, it's the ability I have as an engineer. Give me an hour and I can remod the guy. I can turn him from an assassin droid into a fucking nerd medical droid in an hour.
A protocol droid.
Into a nerd.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, basically just reprogram him.
Got it. If you want to do that, you can.
Okay.
Then
I'll modify him.
Sweet. So you start that process kind of after your initial search. The other things you find, so you find those schematics, and then you also find a couple of like data pads. What are they called?
Are they encrypted
Data
data pads?
Yeah, data slates. They are encrypted.
Fuck. You're gonna be
Data
doing a
cards.
lot of work total.
Yep. A lot of downtime. We have 2 days before the ship's ready, so.
You also find food. The fuel is pretty low within the ship at this point. So you figure you'll have to refuel the ship as well.
Okay.
So there's also clothes for the Pikes. There's just seems to be extra weapons throughout the ship that are not specific. They don't seem to be any kind of special weapons.
But they're sellable weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You could sell them. I would say, just to speak through that, you could probably get 100 credits total off of the weapons.
100 credits?
You cut out how many?
100 credits total from all the weapons there.
Some shit ass weapons.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not good or well kept at all.
Although
it's a little like rusty trash.
Although if you need them for spare parts.
Yeah. It's up to you guys. Total will tell you. These are probably junk, not worth a whole lot.
Okay.
But I could keep them for parts if you guys are okay with that.
Up to you. If you're able to modify our guns, then
Mm,
that's
that I'm
options,
not,
but-
not yet.
I thought you were
I'm
able
working on
to
it.
give me like a bonus.
It's a class level. It's basically it's the artificer thing where you once per long rest you can assign a
Oh,
+1 to
yeah.
a weapon or armor. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. That's not a tech thing yet. There are kits that I'm working on getting that allow me to work on the armors
okay,
and
so
weapons and
yeah.
stuff, but it's a skill thing.
How much is 100 credits? Because that doesn't feel like a lot so far
It's
in this
not.
universe. It's not.
It's
Okay.
not.
It's not.
No, it's trash.
So we're like working with a yen, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
No, a power cell for a simple blaster is 175.
Yeah.
That's just a magazine for ammo.
Oh,
So
sorry.
the
This isn't yen. This is pesos.
Pesos,
We're
yeah.
working with pesos.
yeah, so $175 for a reload of 16 rounds is and then we have weapons plural that are worth 100 means they're all just trash,
Yeah.
like literal junk. So, which is probably why we survived. All our weapons were shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
This,
mean, if you guys are cool with it, I can use them for parts.
Yeah. Are they usable for parts, Chance?
perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Total could make use of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, ignore that. I'm so sorry.
He's hitting the ship.
Just swinging.
Very, very
just
well.
Mad and hitting the ship. Corner just. Yeah. Right. Very well.
He's seeing the ghost.
That's
still.
how he heals. He just punches inanimate objects to heal himself in his long rest.
Mad at shit.
After yeah.
He's being haunted by the ghosts of the people, all the droids he killed.
Yeah.
Does
Sweet.
So investigating the ship, was that in the interior of the ship or the entirety of the ship?
That was the entirety. There is more to the ship. If you're looking for something specific, let me know. There's not
Secret
to go through
critical
everything that would be on the ship would be difficult, but there's nothing else of note or of value
Right.
that you really find on the ship.
Okay.
Okay. And when we get the ship back, we could do a more thorough everything out, see what's
Right.
available, and put
Right.
everything back in.
There's
Spend a
the
couple days
safe
doing
as
that.
well.
If-
Yep. So
The
that you
safe.
weren't able to get into.
Yeah. I mean, it seems cheesy to do this, but it is available. I could just use dismantle and put a hole in the safe.
Yeah. This is true.
You're like, yeah, fuck, I forgot about that.
No, I remembered it.
Yeah.
It might have a failsafe and you'll blow up or something, but
Right. So he's going to consider that as maybe I should just try to hack it. So he'll wait.
yeah.
He'll wait
Okay.
on the safe. But the glove and the pistol he's interested in.
So, the gloves, you're gonna analyze them. So you spend some time, looking down at them, kind of researching, connecting them to your data pad, if you can, kind of seeing where you can connect them at all, and just fully looking them over, researching, doing anything you can to try and investigate them.
Mhm.
The gloves are called gloves of the steady. While the wearer is attuned to them, so they require attunement. While the wearer is attuned to them, they cannot unwillingly let go of a weapon that they are holding. So you can't be disarmed unwillingly. And the wearer also receives a +1 bonus for strength-based attack rolls and damage rolls.
wow.
So anything
Cool.
strength, you get a +1 to attack and damage.
So, Forrest, you wrote all that down?
No, I did not.
Toto looks at the
will-
gloves, realizes they're as big as his head, and tosses them to the barbarian dude.
I think I
As
can
best you can.
add. Let me see.
So it's
Handout?
+1 to attack and damage.
Yes. Let me
Okay.
just do this for you.
Yeah, I think that would be really
And you
good
can't
for
drop it.
Tamir because
Our
he
melee
has
dude?
that staff.
Yep. And he is more melee, trying to get himself into combat.
Yeah. And I'm a little bit in between, so
Right.
I definitely don't mind giving them to him. Absolutely. I think those will work really well.
Yeah, for sure.
There you go. Forrest, you should be able to click that and see.
Oh, so the steady. Okay, cool. Thank you.
And then you do the similar exercise with the pistol
Pistol. Mhm.
that you found, that you looted. It's very old, but you see towards the barrel, like almost to the muzzle area, scratched into the metal is the word flashy.
You cut out flash? Did you say flash?
Flashy.
Flashy. Okay.
Flashy.
Okay.
The first time you hit a creature, it's a heavy pistol. The first time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack from this weapon each round, the creature takes an additional 1d4 damage.
Oh, nice. Jordan,
Pretty solid.
you wrote that down?
Well, I'll need the stat block for it.
Yeah.
But,
So I'm gonna give it to Jordan.
okay.
Okay. I will add it to roll 20.
Total really doesn't have a use for that. In my analyzing, can I tell if they're worth, how much they are worth? I picked up the Tech Power Analyze, which is basically the D&D version of
Yeah.
the spell that tells you all the properties. I posted it in the chat. But if I need to figure out its cost and how much its value is, then I'll use it.
Actually, go ahead and make me just a lore check.
Me or total?
Total.
Me. I have a 6 in it, so let's not roll low.
Yeah.
20.
Nice.
It's worth $10 billion.
So we'll start with the gloves. The gloves are worth about 2,500 credits
Good.
Nice.
from what you can find, at least. The pistol's a little bit harder to get a value from due to the fact that it doesn't seem to have, like, there are pistols that seem to have like a similar effect to them.
Mhm.
But this pistol seems to be different and very old and maybe has some like antique value. From further analysis, this looks like a pistol that was probably from like Old Republic era.
Ooh.
Okay.
You're not sure, but it's pretty old from what you can analyze it. You're guessing that, you know, if you find like an antique collector, this could be worth 10,000, 20,000 credits if you found the right person. To most buyers, this would probably be worth 1,000 credits.
Nice. Okay. Cool. They're to do with what you guys choose to do with them. So
I got dual wielding pistols now.
that's awesome.
One's a light
Mustang
pistol,
and
one's
fast.
flashy. So
Mustang and flashy. Sweet. Okay, anything else you guys want to do with the ship before it's towed? At this moment?
How much is the ship worth? Roughly.
That's a good question. Yeah.
So,
because it's
We're
custom,
gonna sell it and get ourselves our own fighters,
right?
which is kind of a fleet of
let
small
me
fighters.
pull up Astro
I'd be down with
here.
that.
So,
I don't think I can
how
pilot a
this
ship,
works,
but I'd be down with that.
the ship has about 160,000 credits invested.
Damn.
Jesus.
So you're looking at actual total worth of about 250,000. But typically on resale, you're not going to get the full value with ships.
Right.
Probably looking close to 70% of the value
We a fucking car
of
dealership.
the ship. So
Cool.
yeah, depending on where you go. No, it might be different.
Right.
175 is probably what you could get out of it if you found the right buyer. Selling ships do take time, typically.
Right. I'm trying to find the cost of ships because that would be an option too. That we all have our own individual ship to deal with. I don't know if that would be like a logistics problem.
No.
No, I mean for us in the game, if we're running our own
Yeah,
ship,
it'll be a
we're all-
less strong. Yeah.
But I mean, we could all three of us could gang up and do group tactics. I think there's things in here about
So-
group tactics and stuff. Right?
If you're buying a small ship, so a tiny ship can only hold one person. Period.
Right.
A small ship can hold 1 to 4 usually. Because I would say probably looking at a small ship cost, that's gonna be about 25,000 credits.
Okay.
That
Where are you seeing that?
is for tier 0. It's on starships. So if you go to Star Wars 5E, you go to
Mhm.
Rules, Starships of the Galaxy, and
Yep.
on the left, click Starships. It's on that page.
Oh, I clicked it.
Um,
Oh, cost. Oh, duh. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I see
so
it.
that's stock tier 0. You guys have what you have now is a tier 2 ship, which that's kind of their leveling system, if you will. There's extra suites. There's already weapons on the ship. There's a better hyperdrive than stock. Kind of all of those things are currently on your ship on the ship that you guys have now. If you resell and bought one, you can try and find a used one that possibly has more to it, but you're going to be paying more based on the tier, obviously, that you're buying the used one for, or you can buy a stock one and build it up yourself. That also takes time. Not only does it take credits, it takes time to do so.
Right.
So it's an advantage to keep this ship as is because it's already leveled up compared to buying a brand new one, which would take time to level up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the benefit would be A, choice, right? So you could get your own choice of things. And then B, if you wanted to split and each have multiple, you could, but I don't know. From what I've played so far in terms of starship battles, having a
Mhm.
bunch of smaller ships is not that much stronger than having one, because there's a lot of functionality that each of you can do on a turn within the ship, but if you're all your own pilot of your own ship, you're just gonna have to spend your turn piloting. So anytime you want to turn, your entire action is going to be using to turn, and you won't be able to shoot the way
Got it.
starships work. But if you have one pilot and then a gunner who can be manning a gun, and then 2 other people who can be manning other guns, or who can be doing the other abilities that ships have, messing with shields, etc., jamming
Mhm.
comms, those kinds of things, you're typically going to be better off, from my experience.
That makes sense if that's how the game is built.
Yeah.
And we could work on getting maybe a larger ship so we could have our own snub fighters or something,
Mm-hmm.
for those who want to pilot their own ship.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a possibility. I mean, there's gargantuan ships in this, so there's massive fucking ships.
Right.
So what size is this ship?
This one
it
is a medium,
A medium? Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
but huge, and gargantuan are, I would say, huge and gargantuan are pretty massive in comparison to. There's a big jump between large to huge and
Huge. Yeah.
gargantuan.
I'm guessing huge is like a Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need more than just us to control the ship, I guess,
Not
or
this
at
one.
least maintain it?
Not this one.
No. Okay. But anything larger, likely.
Yes, a large ship has a minimum. So a medium ship has a minimum crew of 1 or 2, maybe. I'll confirm that
Mm.
with you.
Mhm.
But large ships have like a minimum crew of 10, I believe. So it's a pretty big difference.
Yeah, I was looking at workforce. Sorry about that. But yeah, as long as we have a pilot and one gunner, and like the group we have now with my droid, we'd have plenty to operate this ship because I could do all the maintenance and repair stuff, I guess, if it works that way. And then we have the droid can gun, one of you guys can gun, and then someone else can pilot if someone's a good pilot.
I think Dalton has pilot.
Yeah. I'm saying if he's not here,
Oh yeah.
What skill does pilot require?
pilot.
Piloting, it's its own skill. It's on
Okay.
it's under, I believe, intelligence, I think, or it's dexterity. I can't remember.
Intelligence.
It's under intelligence.
But you can pick it as a feat, and it gives you extra bonuses that don't really come into play with intelligence. I have piloting, but
Mm.
it's a class feature. But I'd be doing all the maintenance stuff on the ship. The majority of it. My droid is not allowed to. My companion cannot pilot.
Well, it's still a space station, guys.
We could try to steal
It's
it.
an
I don't know
option.
how. Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Sounds like a great idea, Jordan. I'm down.
All right.
All right,
So-
it's a near space station.
Let's just steal Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah.
Start killing everybody.
So the minimum crew is based on the size of the ship plus the ship's intelligence modifier. So for this medium ship, it's 2.
Oh.
For a base, so a 0 intelligence modifier, large ship is 400. For a huge ship is 7,000. For a gargantuan is 80,000 minimum crew.
Jesus, dude.
I mean, it makes sense. So, like I originally talked when we first started doing this, and I was mentioning my character, how likely is it that we could, like, our small group could get a gargantuan, but a large ship, and then I could just use droids to fill in the operating, or is that just not something you want to do? Because it's kind of a cheese way to do it.
No, we could do that. If you were able to get that many droids effectively and able to manage them effectively.
Oh, there's ways.
Well, there's...
There's ways. We're in the middle
Yeah,
of
there's
a war,
actually
right?
there are rules for droids manning a ship. There's literally rules in here for a droid crew. They don't require pay, but do cost 900 credits per unit to purchase. It costs 2 credits per day in maintenance. So if you're looking at 80,000 on a gargantuan ship, you're talking about 160,000 credits a day to maintain.
So we're
That's
fucking large.
cheaper than a manned crew, though, right?
Yep.
An NPC salaried crew.
That sounds about right. I mean,
Yeah.
But I
The
think
other thing is your ship's fuel usage increases if you're using droids because they have to be powered to keep the droids powered up.
they're also susceptible too, because they're not going to defend themselves.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We're like a salaried crew has some chance of like a labor strike, crew abandonment, mutiny, but they do cost more as well. Salary of 10 credits per day.
What about a slave labor force?
oh my god.
Yeah, we have a whole planet of native Tuscans.
I'm telling you, you get
could
my people
also-
to the stars, it doesn't matter how.
They'll make it work.
You could also offer like to split profits amongst a crew and hire a crew that way. If you want to be like a pirating.
Like old-timey pirates.
Yeah. You do have to provide room and board as well. Or they will rise up and strike against you.
And that's where the suites come in, right? So if we were going to run
Yep.
just a droid crew, we wouldn't need living quarters suites. We would need charging stations and repair
Yeah.
suites, stuff like that. Okay. That makes sense. Plan.
Well, droid NPC crew members are considered medium-sized when determining housing arrangements.
Right.
You can't just like shove them in a closet, like a recharging closet. Like
that's right. Just shock them to death in the closet.
he said death. They do in fact have souls confirmed. Thank you.
I can technically give my droid force powers. So, which I thought was hilarious when I read that. So,
What?
it's a mod. It's a crystal you find. You can give your droid fucking force powers.
What the fuck? Dude,
That's
I want
wild,
to see
dude.
that in Star Wars canon. What the fuck? That's so sick.
Sweet. Is there anything else you guys want to do with the ship before it's taken off to be repaired?
No, I think we should look at. Yeah, no. I think that's fine.
Sweet. Okay. And then if you haven't already full rested, go ahead and full rest. We'll do a full rest.
Did we not do that at the end of last session?
I think we did. So
We did. Yeah.
Okay.
if you didn't, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. But if you did,
Okay.
either
Cool.
way.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just double checking. I can't think of anything else. We've looted everybody. You guys checked the computers. Did we search for like any hidden compartments?
He did a full investigation check.
Full investigation. Okay.
Didn't show a hidden compartment, but did show a safe. But he was
Couldn't
just gonna get
it.
into it after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that you characters want to do before resting for the night?
I'm gonna mod my droid so he can. I need to find that modification so he can speak other languages.
Oh, okay.
It's just a mod in here, and I just switch them out.
How hard is it to get an audience with the person who gave us this job? And have we already reported back to her? I'm so sorry, guys. Last session I was kind of really out of it, and
Huh.
also maybe a bit stoned.
It's awesome. We did talk to her, and that's why we have the ship. She gave us money to send the ship to get repaired because we filled her in on everything, and she doesn't seem to be hard to get a hold of. You can just say, "Hey, I need to talk to you."
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything I'm gonna do for the night, but Timur is definitely like questioning his own self now. Because I took the hulking feat and it's called something else. Muscled Menace. And
right.
I think Timur probably believes he is cursed by the droids that he killed. Because he's now exhibiting the witch powers, and he's ridiculously jacked after this last fight.
So, I'll just go ahead and tell you, that once your droid seems to analyze the words that are written in Pike
Mm-hmm.
on the schematics, it seems to be schematics for a recently built Pike hideout or fortress on Tatooine.
Fortress on Tatooine. Okay.
Ooh. Going back
Got
home,
this going.
Tamir.
Let's go.
Okay. And I let the guys know. I'm like, hey, this map is showing a fortress on Tatooine. Does it give us any information about it? Like, this is the door code. Wipe your feet before you walk in. Stuff like that.
No,
Who owns it?
it does appear to be like a Pike designed fortress, so you would assume that it's probably owned by the Pikes unless someone has taken it over.
Aren't pikes fish? Like
Yeah.
in Star Wars,
Yeah.
aren't they fish? Okay.
It also seems to have when the droid's further looking at the schematics and you're analyzing the schematics, it seems to have an area where it looks like it's probably a droid factory or a droid holding area. And the Pikes don't typically have droids, which is kind of the weird thing about this previous droid factory that you guys were in.
Okay.
And but it seems like that this place is either outfitted to make droids or to recharge and repair them within the schematics.
Okay. All right.
And it also has a reference to the a Black Shadow Syndicate.
Ooh.
And it says, it's kind of a note that basically says paid for by Black Shadow Syndicate.
Okay.
That's it's like a calling card, or
It's
if-
promotional. It's flagged.
Is
It's
total
promotional fire.
yeah.
It
Is-
almost is referencing like a certain area of the fortress was paid for by the Black Shadow Syndicate. Maybe used. The language is kind of hard to translate, but the droid tries to explain it like it's either paid for or like used by or owned by, kind of somewhere in there.
okay, out of character. Is there some kind of? Oh, sorry. In character, is there some kind of like symbol?
No,
Yes. No.
not on that. Not for the
Oh,
Black Shadow
okay.
Syndicate. Not on the schematics.
Okay. Because I was gonna say this out of character. This kind of reminds me of the Black Sun thing that Maul did.
Yeah. Black Sun is
Mhm.
cool.
All right. Sorry,
Cool. We
guys.
can
Sorry for
investigate
the.
it. No.
Chance would Noct recognize that?
The Black Shadow go ahead and make a lore check.
I'm just wondering because of the background of Noct.
Yeah, go ahead and make a lore check for me.
I said lore check. Oh shit, hold on. Okay, 10.
You have heard of this syndicate before.
Mm-hmm.
It was initially an ally to part of your clan tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually did work for the Black Shadow Syndicate.
Oh.
And then something went wrong, and you're not sure what. But part of the Black Shadow Syndicate killed part of your clan and tribe. This was before the most recent thing happened in your background, but you
I'm just
don't know if it's related to that.
Yeah, I was
You're
just
not
wondering
sure.
if it was related to that certain figure that, happened to show up in my background.
Yeah, you're not sure, but there could be a connection there.
Okay. In that case, Noct is going to react somewhat violently to the droid and sort of shake him, and he's only going to say Galak, obviously, but he's trying to get more information out of this droid.
What droid?
I thought the droid was the one saying.
Oh, my droid.
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
like, where's another droid? So if you said Gok, he's the thing that he's using. It's actually a spell that lasts an hour. He can understand and write any language, so he understands what you're saying.
So he's temporarily C-3PO for an hour.
For an hour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So he'll tell you in binary. I understand. But I don't know if you understand binary.
I don't.
Well,
Wait. Hold on. Wait. I screwed up. Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
you want to explain what the word means too? Well, would the droid repeat it back to you? Is the real question.
Right.
Ed, would the droid repeat back to Total?
What
Or
do you
would
mean?
the droid just understand what he was saying?
Because you understand binary, correct?
Yeah, I understand binary. But do you understand binary?
I don't understand binary, but if it's saying binary back to you and you
Oh,
understand it,
got
you're
you.
going to
Yes.
understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm
Yes.
trying to read this stuff. I'm kind of half saying it. I apologize.
You're good.
Yes, Total will look at you and go, he understands what you're saying. You can just speak to him.
Well, no, what Chance and I are saying is I say Godok to him, and the droid is going to understand what Godok means.
Yes.
And so he's going to say,
Does he do anything with that?
right.
Well, I don't know what it means as a player. So what does Godak mean?
Well, okay, never
Am
mind.
I missing something
The
here?
droid.
Yes.
I'm just wondering: is the droid serving as a translator? Is trying to serve as a translator, or is the droid just himself reacting to what Nakt is saying?
Oh, yeah, no, he would definitely be a translator. I mean, his whole purpose is to serve. So, yes,
Okay. So
he
the
would be
droid
translator.
would not know really how to react to that. Would turn towards you, and explain. Would turn towards Total and explain. Jordan, do you want to explain what Godek means?
I'm trying to remember. We had the specific definition for it, but I didn't write it down for some reason.
I know, and
Oh,
it means like shadow person, like a
Yeah.
rogue or like a ninja is what it means. So
Oh,
some
okay.
like a assassin or someone who lurks in the shadows.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay, so it's a phrase. It's not really a. He wasn't saying, "Oh, that bastard," or "Tell me more," or anything like that. I thought he was.
No, the
Got
word
it.
is a literal translation to something in
Yes.
the Trandoshan language, and that's the word he
Okay.
is repeating.
So then, yes, in binary as best as possible, the droid will tell Total what that means. Shadow person, ninja, Sith.
There we go. I have it written down.
He'll list off any relatable term.
Right.
Yeah. He just keeps going for like 5 minutes
Yeah.
until he's like so far from what he actually said, you know.
Well, I can assume. I assume that binary has limitations, right?
Yes.
Because it's just ones and zeros, so he can't.
I don't really
inflect
know how
anything.
that. To be fair, not really sure how that works, but you know, Star Wars is Star Wars, so.
Yeah.
Don't they have
it
like
was,
a unique droid language that's quote unquote binary, but not actually binary? They like
Yeah, I think it's not actually binary. It's like its own
Yeah.
language. I agree with you because there's no way you can, because binary would just be you would just be speaking another language in binary. Is how
Right.
how it would work. You'd be
yeah,
spelling out words in binary basically.
right.
And that would take
1011.
forever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Go ahead.
so basically, what Chance and I were trying to get at is connecting what the droid told you about the Shadow Clan or whatever to Nakt and what he's saying. Because I'm assuming not everyone understands binary, but you can actually, if you understand it, then you're telling people.
Mm-hmm. Is Total making the connection between what you're saying and what we're seeing?
Is Total making that connection? I mean, Total's smart,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I completely missed something you were trying to tell me. So.
You're
Yeah.
good. He was trying to make a connection between the Black Shadow Syndicate, and this, and then the obvious emotional response from Noct, and then the translation of the word that he's been repeating since you've known him, meaning shadow person, or like ninja or assassin.
So here's the thing. And this might be what I'm misunderstanding. In the Trandoshan language, do you guys only speak in phrases that imply
No.
stuff, not actual words of like, "Hey, buddy, let's go get a beer." It's like glass of alcohol, kind
Right.
of thing, or something like that.
No, a Trandoshan is actually mostly a set of grunts and let me look it up. It's called Dosh.
Okay. So it doesn't have like an alphabet, and it doesn't have
it's
words
mostly
that
like
use the
hisses,
alphabet.
grunts, like reptilian things, and then there are only a few words that they actually,
Correct.
verbalize.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so that's the piece of the puzzle I was missing.
So
I thought
basically,
I was doing like.
I've kind of been speaking Trandoshan the whole time. Every time I go,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, because I've sort of just reverted to my baser instinct.
Okay.
But Godek is the one word I've been saying this whole time due to something that happened in my past.
Got it. Okay, yeah, and so the droid will just give a literal translation of it with any and all possible interpretations.
Mhm.
And probably after the fifth one, Total will say, "Okay, that's enough." And then, and then he'll look at Noct and go, "Do you think that this Black Shadow Syndicate has anything to do with these Shadow people?"
And he'll shake he'll nod his head in like a frantic motion, yes, and be like, yeah, galak.
Okay. Well, what would you like to do with that? Do you want to go here, hunt them down? What's your story, friend?
I mean, as much as Nakt wants to, he knows these guys are pretty dangerous considering he's been there. I don't want to say he wants to say no outright, but he also doesn't want to say yes outright either. He wants to go in with a plan. And Noct will just type out the best he can to Total over messaging that yes, but we need a plan.
Yes, we definitely need a plan. I don't go anywhere without a plan.
Okay.
So, yes, let's do a plan, and after we get our ship fixed, we'll work on one.
Okay. And Noct nods his head yes and goes back to doing whatever he was doing.
Okay, playing with his new pistol.
Yes.
Okay,
With his pistol.
playing with his
Playing
pistol
with his pistol.
in private.
No,
Okay,
right
yeah,
here.
sorry
at the
about that,
desk.
guys. I wasn't quite understanding what you were getting at because I didn't realize Trandashans don't speak actual words. They just infer. I could have swore they spoke, but
Well, they
I
do.
think
after
it's a very
I
very
thought they
loose
spoke.
language.
It's harsh
Basic.
language, is what it is.
Yeah.
Like verbalizing it. But they do speak like I technically speak Galactic Basic, but I just because of my backstory can't.
So it's like speaking to some or listening to someone speak Dutch when you don't know how to speak Dutch.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So other than translating and working on the data encryption and saving the world myself, that's it.
Good luck.
Cool.
I don't think we can save Narshada at this point.
No. Can I, in this
Where's there
downtime,
to save it
considering?
from?
Yes, really. Considering the amount of time I've already spent doing the certain things I'm doing, and typically downtime activities are you do one event. Can I encrypt the data plates now, or do I need to wait? Or try
You could
to?
do it the next day because you'll have like 2 or 3 days of downtime. So
Okay,
could
and then
do
I'll
so.
try to re-crack the safe as well
Okay.
after the long rest. Do you want me to try to roll for that again?
Yeah, let's see if Noct and Forrest or Noct and Tamir, do you guys have anything that you guys want to do over the first evening? Downtime wise?
I don't think so. I was looking at like armor and weapons and stuff before we started, and I don't know. I think I'll just save my credits for now.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
You wanna go make credits?
Yeah, you
wanna
can.
make some credits.
I forget what the stuff is, but
What fun activities are there around Narshada other than beating the shit out
Gladiator.
of each other?
Look it up on Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Wretched Hives, does that have?
Can you
or
give me
is it
Google
just
Maps
coming
of activities in my
But
area?
I'm finding the downtime. There's a whole.
we all get 450 credits. That's including Dalton. Unless
Okay.
we want to,
For what?
unless we want to exclude him from the 1800 we got on the ship.
Well, I
So-
mean, he could have been here, but he decided not to.
Yeah,
so.
fuck him.
Okay.
No, I'm
All right,
kidding.
hold on. Chance, what do you think? He is one of your longest time friends. Do you want to say fuck him?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him.
It's gonna be a video. If he's even
He won't
watching
watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, you saying fuck him?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Redo the math.
All right. So final. Do you guys want to divide it 4 ways, or do you want to just do it 3?
Hey man, Noct is in survival mode. He'll take as much money as he can get.
4th.
I'm not really going to be using my money. Or at least
I
there's
know.
not anything that I need to use my money
Dude,
for.
he's gonna use that money as a fucking like bat before he actually knows how to use it.
I
Actually,
like the
that's right. That's
non-committal.
right. There's more weight behind it, so maybe.
Yeah.
I like the non-committal answer. Of, I like how you avoided the question completely. Okay, we'll just do 450. We'll just tell Dalton he gets 450 next
Okay.
time. That was a really good avoidance.
Yeah.
When you avoided that.
I know how to dodge questions, man. I've been doing it my
Yeah.
entire life.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at 3385. Does that sound appropriate to you guys?
Yep.
I don't. Okay,
I'm
all
at
right.
I'm at
3250.
3508. I'm at 3508.
Okay, cool.
I'm at 3250 because I've done other activities and shit.
In my downtime, I would definitely like to speak with some kind of shaman or something like that, or some kind of somebody who I know that possibly has force abilities, and see if I can get myself uncursed.
Dude, I want the
Nice.
shaman just be like, see, this is when you grow up, some things start happening to your body. And-
Galactic puberty.
yeah, go like
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
It's a talk.
yeah, you get the fucking birds and the bees talk, dude, for the force.
Oh, man. The dark and the light side talk.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm
Okay.
gonna buy the kits that I don't have yet. Is basically what I'm
Mm.
gonna do.
Yeah.
I gotta
Okay.
find those though.
So we'll go through here. So let's just, for this purpose, let's say there's gonna be 4 days of downtime, full. So Forest Tamir is gonna search out a shaman or a priest or someone to help him navigate
Or
his
even our
newfound
benefactor, because I know she has
curse. Okay.
abilities.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just make for now an investigation check to see if you can find someone, and
Let's
if
go.
not, you can go to your benefactor.
Can I I was gonna say if I can assist him, because I can probably help him find stuff better around here anyway. Because he has
Nice.
no fucking
8.
clue where he's going.
Sorry, dude.
Um,
I didn't realize you
he's
were
just
gonna.
doing. He's not gonna tell you. He's just going for it.
I know.
He. So Tamir begins searching for a shaman or someone to help navigate. And finds what is the Star Wars equivalent of like a shopping center, strip mall, tarot card
Tarot
shop,
card reader.
fortune teller, tarot card reader.
They're trying to sell me like semi-precious stones for a ridiculous price.
Yeah, even though they're all
Yeah,
fucking
and
manufactured.
You're basically convinced. Go ahead and make a insight check
Oh,
against
no, dude.
this. They're gonna try and convince that you are cursed.
Oh God.
Oh no,
Or-
dude, this is gonna be so bad.
You roll natural.
Oh
one.
no.
Yep.
You're convinced that you are absolutely cursed right now. And only by short of joining a cult, only
God.
by basically paying a tithe and purchasing this holy milk basically that you have to drink
Oh
every
God.
day, every morning,
He's
that
gonna drink the
that
blue
tastes
milk,
like
bro.
absolute shit, and you
Oh,
have to
God.
drink it every morning or the curse will eventually succumb you. And
Are
not
you
only will
feeding
you
me cum?
die,
What is this?
Oh no.
but
I'm kidding. Not only will I die,
but you'll actually become like a like horrible monster to yourself, to your friends, and ultimately to your clan.
So I'm going to have to kill myself at the end of my journey. Is what Timir is now.
Dude, no, Tamir's playing the Dark Urge
Convinced.
run now.
It's on the Dark Urge run. But if you buy the milk, you're fine.
Okay, so
What does
he's
the
still
milk cost?
having his fortune read to him, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I find him? And
Sure,
maybe
make an
stop
investigation
this?
check.
Maybe. You said investigation?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a straight roll 19.
Yeah, you're able to find him. You were kind of following him loosely, and you saw which area he went into, and you've got a good feeling about Tamir at this point, and you just looked at the building and you knew.
I just
You
shook my
knew.
hand and put my hand over my face, and I'm like, oh fuck.
You walk in and you see this this very senile Gungan behind this table that's wearing a very gaudy headdress that has like 3 different spikes that point up made of cloth. It almost looks like a trident
Mm-hmm.
above their head, and then falls down like around the giant Gungan ears,
Yeah.
and is talking to Tamir, who was completely entranced, and you just hear, Yusuf must buy milk. Yusuf must buy milk.
Fuck.
Wait.
Kill
Are
it.
you trying to sell him mommy milk? Is that what you're trying to sell him? Are we bringing this full
Kill it.
circle right now?
Branded, it is full circle. It's trademarked. Trademarked mommy milk.
Fucking kill it.
Yeah, can I take a shot at it with my new pistol?
Just see what it
Sure,
does.
go ahead and roll.
It's fucking
Roll
Narshada,
advantage.
dude. No one's gonna give a shit. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You just walk in and raise your pistol immediately after hearing the vile words coming out of this Gungan's mouth, and take a shot directly, headshot, perfectly through the head of this Gungan, who just falls back onto the ground. Tamir, you didn't even hear. You were so entranced that you didn't even hear Nakt enter behind you or really fire his pistol until it was already done. And you're a little bit mad now. You're a little upset.
Yeah. No, I'm really upset. I quickly try to grab the bowl of milk before it falls to the ground, and I drink whatever's left.
You just grab this giant bowl before it falls with the Gungan, and it takes both hands to hold it, but you just into your face, just entire milk stash. Your face is covered in milk now. It's dripping down your chin.
Yo, I'm fucking dying.
You'll drink quite a bit of it.
And now Nox gets to see what Tamir looks like.
It's true.
Yeah.
I can actually remove my mask in front of others, so I probably have some kind of feeding tube.
Oh my
Yeah.
So you're
god.
Mandalorian.
Milk tube.
Yeah.
No. I mean, yeah. That's kind of how Tuscans are. They
Yeah.
Yeah.
can't reveal their faces outside of like your immediate family, essentially.
So we're Mandalorian Tuscans. Ooh.
I mean, a Mandalorian could be a Tuscan, because Mandalorian's not necessarily a race.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right. It's like a knight.
Noct
Didn't
is
they
just
used to be
gonna
a
like
race?
shake
They
his
did.
head
Yeah.
in fucking horror as he's watching this.
You lizard man, why did you? That was my only chance to be free of this damn curse.
Fuck, how would Noct go about telling him this? It's so
He wouldn't.
embarrassing. Like,
It wouldn't, yeah.
Because he can't. I mean, what does it matter?
yeah. Yeah, I don't fucking know how I'd go even about starting to tell him this. I would just be like, I would just shake my head, man, and be like, and walk back out the fucking door.
As you're having this final bit of the conversation, it seems that another patron enters the door, and you hear the dinging of the doorbell as this very old shack has another patron enter, who seems to be a fairly old, senile-looking human who you could probably breathe on wrong, and they would fall over into a stroke, likely. And basically has one as soon as he opens the door and sees kind of what's going on and sees the dead body of his
Holy crap!
possibly lover.
Oh no.
From what you can see, the reactions, the level of reaction, laying on the
Ye-
ground, dead.
Have I
And then
walked out at
immediately
this
just
point?
kind of screams and runs back out.
Yeah.
And then that's whenever it's about as you shook your head and see you're also turning around and walking out, following.
Well, Tamir leaves, assuming that this milk will probably buy him like another week or so. Uh,
Dude, I fucking can't. I can't believe you did that, Chance.
but now Timur like wholeheartedly believes that he will eventually have to kill himself, and probably Nakt because he ruined his chances of being free.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude. This is gonna be great.
And then
Sweet.
so Timur then turns to Nakt and he says, You have to pay me back for what you did to me. You've put this curse on me, and it will stay here.
Can I etch into the wall no curse? Or like text him that? Well, he doesn't have the data pad, so can I just like etch it into the wall with my finger?
Into his bedroom on board the ship. That'd be funny. But yeah, you could do that. Yeah, you
Not
could do that.
cursed. Smiley face.
Blood dripping down the smile.
Yeah.
I then
Milk
cut my
dripping
hand a
down the
little
smile.
bit and flick some blood at you, Nakt, and I say, "When I die, my soul will take you with me."
Nock just like shrugs with his shoulders. Okay.
But
Sweet.
yeah,
He's so
Cool.
unbothered by the stupidity. He's like,
Nox, do you want to do anything? You could go bounty hunting. Just gonna read you crafting, buying things. Like if you want to look for something specific.
you can do arts and crafts.
Learning blueprints. That's cool. Reverse
what?
engineering, crime,
Crime.
espionage, gambling, mercenary contracting, pit fighting, racing, research,
What
training,
training? What do you mean training?
or working.
What's okay? So what's in
Given
training?
enough time.
Training, research, blueprints, and crafting.
So, given enough time, money, and the services of an instructor, a character can learn a language, pick up proficiency with a tool or kit, gain proficiency or even expertise in a skill, or possibly even earn a feat by training. So it won't probably just happen in this session, but it would be over a couple of weeks. So anytime else we have downtime, you could continue working on the same skill, and then you could eventually earn a feat or whatever you wanted, however we wanted to theme that.
Yeah.
That's training. What else did you ask about research?
Research.
You can delve into lore concerning a monster, location, faction, enhanced item, other specific topic.
Interesting.
And what was the other one?
Blueprints and crafting.
So crafting. I mean, you can craft kind of whatever you want. We can talk about what you're wanting. You could even be an enhanced item, but again, you have a chance for failure. You can also may need to work on it multiple weeks, and you may need money for it depending on what level of item you're trying to make. There can also any of these have complications that you could run into.
Right.
What else were you looking at? Blueprints. Oh, it's in the part of the crafting. So throughout their adventures, characters discover blueprints that teach them recipes to make specific items. So I would say you could research to find a blueprint of something if you want to, of a specific item that you wanted to like make, and then that will help you make it in the future if you learn the blueprint of it.
That's cool.
Reverse engineering would be a similar thing, so you could take a crafted item and then learn how to make it again. Same similar way.
Right.
Hey, Forrest, look at my screen real quick. Talking about your own personal ship. Can you see it?
The docking bay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the huge ships, yeah.
No, it's medium or
Large.
larger. So
Yeah, you could do it on a medium one. You could have like one ship probably docked on a medium ship.
Yeah, we'd have
Wow.
Tamir flying around in a fucking little snub fighter, launching from our ship, going ah. It's hilarious.
Dude, get me like a boarding ability.
I was
You know what I
looking-
mean? And
I was looking for
I'd
it.
be
Yep.
down. Yeah.
I was totally looking for that.
Space
Honestly.
Pirates.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I've had this. So I read a book probably before you guys were born. Not really, but I read a fucking Star Wars book where they were talking about piracy essentially, and this was like fucking warlords after the Empire fell, and one of the ships is a Star Destroyer. The guy just had ion shit on it, ion cannons, and that's what they would do is they would just knock the fuck out of ships. They would board them, then take them over, enslaving the crew and all that shit. So imagine a fucking Star Destroyer with all of its weapons being ion weapons, just fucking people up.
I loved playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one, because the boarding missions were the best.
The
fucking best.
Ooh, EMP device.
Can I do some research into finding someone to help Tamir so he doesn't keep drinking milk?
Sure. Go ahead. And we'll start that real quick. And then I'll come back to you, Ed, to talk about what you wanted to do next.
Well, we'll see where this goes, but yeah.
I've pretty much done everything. I'm just looking at ship modifications. So you guys are good. Yeah, do your thing. I'm also drinking whiskey, so I feel good. So I'm good.
Great.
So you could find. I'm not gonna say there's quite a library or academic institution, but there are places where you could probably research this. Requires 1 work week, which we're gonna say this is enough time.
Yeah.
500 credits spent on materials, bribes, gifts, and other expenses. So you have to spend 500 credits. Okay, and then you'd make an intelligence. You'd make a lore check.
Lore check 16.
16. So then roll me a D100.
Okay, give me a second. I'm doing the credits.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, got it. I don't have a D100, so I gotta use this one. Hold on.
Roll 20.
There you go. 54.
54 plus 10 because of your roll. So you learn 1 piece of lore. So I would say there are a couple different places that Tamir could go to learn more about this condition.
His
One of those condition. One of those is considered the most knowledgeable are the forest priestesses that are on the Wellspring of Life,
Okay.
which is not easy to get to,
Right.
but you can. You would have to do more research to learn how to get there. There's also some orders of force users that are not, because it seems like this condition is force related. It seems like there's orders that are not necessarily tied to either the Sith or the Jedi.
Mhm.
One being the Jinsari,
How do you spell that?
GenSaarai.
Okay.
That are a fairly new order of force users that are basically kind of about knowledge and learning who one is, but without really picking a side.
Right. And is that
So
it?
those are two leads that you can either research more on, or you could just give to Tamir
Mhm.
to follow on.
I would definitely like to look more into the Jinsari.
I would say you could learn more about the Jinsari in this one role.
Okay.
A little bit more. Yeah, the Jinsari are led by an ex-Jedi, I thought. So SW5E, which is a moon of Suarbi 7.
How do you spell any of that?
So SW5E is SUSEVFI. So that's the moon. That's where they're located. And it is a moon of Suarbi, SUARBI 7.
Okay. I will take all of that information, including the Force Priestess part, just to give him options. And I'm assuming I have all this in writing.
Yes.
And
So you've
give
written
it
it down for
to
research.
Tamir.
Is there a notes
I can just put it in the
ability
chat.
that I have on Roll20?
Yeah, you should be able to go to journal and add. I think you can add something on journal.
I put it in the chat as well, all the information he just told me.
Okay. Okay.
So
Are
can
you
copy
able
it.
to add any like new things in
I
your
can create a
journal?
new character.
A handout
But I
or a PDF?
no, unfortunately I cannot do that. That could be a premium thing.
Well,
I just
you
did it
guys
in
should have all the
Roll20 and I
premium
put it in my
characters.
bio and miscellaneous.
Yeah, I know you can take notes there on your
Yeah.
either on your character sheet or in like the character screens.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
Whatever.
Sorry, are actual canon. So
Yeah, didn't
you
they
can.
work with Luke?
I think they did at
Like
one point.
post?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they did.
And so yeah,
Even
I
sent students to learn at Luke Skywalker's Jedi Praxium on Yavin 4
yeah.
after the fall of the Galactic Empire. They made peace with the Jedi, yeah.
Right.
Because they're kind of at odds with the Jedi when they're first created, which is
Mhm.
during this, during Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So they're
So
very new.
off on my
Okay.
adventures, I come back and I'm able to find Tamir, and I hand Tamir some papers and point at them. You know, I'm like Galak, and then I point to the not cursed thing I wrote on his wall. Just trying to get him to understand that, you know, just he's fine. He doesn't need weird milk. And that shit was a scam. I know he kind of doesn't understand that, but
Um, So after you give me this information, he kind of puts 2 and 2 together, and Timur now believes to be not cursed, I have to either talk to the Force Priestesses or the Jin Sarai.
Yes.
But he didn't put it all together, you
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever journey he wants to go on, that's what I was giving him options for.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, trying not to get too sidetracked.
Anything else anyone wants to do in their downtime?
Ed?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Total. He's basically just going to try to decrypt those data slates. And kind of tinker with the droid, but basically he's going to do that. Those are the two things, or the data slates and the cracking the safe. Trying that again.
Okay.
Okay, I would say given enough time with the safe, you're able to get into it. I'm not gonna make you go through that whole process.
They'll probably keep rolling 2s and 4s.
Blow up in your face.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So you're able to crack into the safe. It contains 2,000 more credits
Hell
total
yeah.
within
Sweet.
there. It also contains a small like brooch
Okay. Come on, bro.
that where is you? Where is you? Where is you?
Did you say brooch, not broach?
Is
Yeah.
it called brooch? I always
It's a brooch.
mispronounce that word. It's one of the words I always mispronounce.
It's a southern New Mexico thing. We get it.
Yeah, I'm dumb. It's fine. It has a dagger in the middle. So at the center of the signet, a sleek shadow dagger. And then it's enveloped in kind of a dark circle around it. With on the outside is like a spiraling, almost like Milky Way galaxy, sort of like a galaxy representation spiraling around the dagger. Inside of that, or outside of the dagger, I should say.
Wait, are we in the Milky Way?
No. That'd be awesome. We're on
It's
Pluto.
just a spiral
The circular galaxy, which is
It's a
not
spiral galaxy.
specific to the Milky Way.
I did a lore check to see if I know what it is.
What is your
17.
23?
23.
You do not seem. You don't know. You haven't You've never seen this before. This symbol.
Damn.
So can I do the Star Wars version of Google and just look it up?
Right.
That's what Nakt just did, and you would have to spend credits and time researching.
Got it. Okay.
We just got 2,000.
Yeah. So 2,000 between the four of us is 5. So everyone gets 500.
Nice. I just got all my fucking credits back.
Yeah.
Right.
about
And when you go ahead and make a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
Me?
shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I should be able to just click charisma, right? Okay. With advantage?
No.
19.
Oh, nice.
Holy
20.
shit, 20. You feel when you touch the brooch, you feel a slight wave pass over you of dark energy,
Oh,
but
shit.
you can't. It doesn't seem to sit with you or affect you, and you kind of just brush it off.
Total will shiver and go, ooh, magic. All right.
This
Ooh.
Okay.
holocron.
Yeah.
Did it
He'll
get chilly
pocket
in
it.
here?
Goes, Mom? Mom.
Mom?
Yeah, he'll just pocket it and then he'll look at it later. He'll try to do some research on it. Because the other guys aren't here with me anyway, right?
I feel like we're about the ship, but not like.
Yeah, you guys
about-
are off kind of doing your own
Yeah.
things most of the time. Probably just spending maybe meal times around each other,
Right.
close to
Okay,
them.
yeah. No, I thought they were off killing Gungans. So
Yeah, they
we already
were
did
part of
that.
the
Yeah.
time.
slaughtering all the Gungans on our shit off. Shut up! Shut up! Blam! You guys suck. You're the worst part of that fucking series.
Damn.
How
I
dare
feel
you?
like you might need to be killing some Gungans.
The sequel series exists, Ed.
Fucking Gungans, man. The worst fucking product placement in a movie ever. Yeah, so yeah, if we're doing like the meal times kind of thing, then definitely when we're sitting down or whenever everyone's in, he'll just pull us out and go as he's giving credits, because I assume they're physical credits, or is this a credit chip?
It's a credit chip.
Okay, yeah, he'll do the
But-
transfer, and
yeah.
he'll let everyone know. And as we're talking over dinner or whatever for our long rest, he'll pull this out and slide it to you, on the table to the two people, and go, I don't know what this is. Do any of you have any idea? And he won't mention the weirdness, because whatever, it's a chill. He's dehydrated. Who knows?
Right.
So.
I'm trying to rack my brain on what the dagger surrounded by a galaxy means. Would I be able to attune to it?
Oh.
You could try over a long rest.
Another long rest.
Can
Let's
I
say
just-
this is the first long rest.
Right. Can I just recognize what it is, maybe?
Go ahead and make a lore check. Both of you can.
I got a 15.
Oh, sorry, Laura. Ace.
Forrest, Tamir is not sure. Is not really seen this before. Is unsure what it is. I would actually say both of you are, yeah, both you, Tamir and Nakt, are unsure what this symbol really means.
Yeah, that is another good point. So would I feel that?
But I'm wondering, have you touched it?
Yeah, I would like
Okay.
to try to attune to it.
Go ahead and make a charisma
Oh, great!
saving throw.
Let's go. I'm really good at those.
Yeah.
Yeah, really great at talking to the Gungans too. Oh no.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I rolled a 19 on a Christmas check, so
I know.
I got
Roll
20.
a 9.
So, as you touch it, kind of start looking through it, takes a minute, doesn't immediately affect you, but then you feel a wave of stomach churning nausea hit you. And it almost feels like it's weird. It's almost like there's a dagger in your stomach turning. It's like a sharp pain that comes from inside of you.
I'll quickly kind of hand it back to Total. Checking my clothes for blood.
No physical signs of damage or pain.
All right, Nock's gonna touch it too.
All right,
Nock
save.
feels left out.
So on my screen, this is my droid watching you guys touch this thing. If you guys have ever seen this video.
Yes, I've seen that. That's funny.
Oh, dude, yeah, just.
Jordan, have you seen this?
Hold on.
Astartes?
Oh, that animation, yeah.
Yeah.
Done by one dude, yeah. So this
Dude.
part is awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was thinking about that when Tamara rolled low. I'm like, yep, my droid's standing right over him, getting ready to knock him out. Not really, but cool. Glad you guys have seen it.
So Nakt
Yeah,
like
it said he got hired by Games Workshop because of
Yeah.
his animation quality, and then immediately quit
Oh.
because
he
apparently
quit?
working there was ass. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were just kind of like paying him to not produce good shit.
Yeah, no. He was on the team for like 6 months, and then he said like he quit, and he stated online that working for Games Workshop is a nightmare.
Damn.
Jesus. Yeah, I can believe it, man. They just
Right.
seem like
Yeah.
a full trash fire.
Yeah.
Everything they're doing. Nope.
So, did you make your charisma save?
No, sorry, I was watching the animation.
Oh, you're good.
You saw the video?
yeah. You press play. I was like,
Yeah. Let's do it again one more time.
I got a 16. You said it was a charisma save?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 16. I don't have anything.
So, you begin to feel a wave pass over you. It doesn't quite have much effect on you. You kind of feel it for a moment and then it passes. But it is a familiar feeling to you.
Oh shit.
It's one you've felt before.
Uh-huh.
In a pretty recent time that was not a very good time, not a very good memory for you.
He had to make money somehow.
Gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
But it quickly passes.
Nakt like taps on it with his claw. He's like he wants to be able to lean into it more if it'll do anything.
It doesn't seem to respond.
Fuck. Nakt just throws it back to Total on the table.
And Total grabs it and he'll just put it in his pocket.
Okay.
Does he have to make another charisma save?
No.
Okay. Cool. We have a cute little brooch that makes people feel funny.
You little brooch.
Mm. Can I use analyze on it?
Sure, you can try to.
Okay. I posted it in the chat, so it's just a
Yep.
spell.
If you spend a minute trying to analyze it, I need you to make charisma save with disadvantage.
Damn.
Okay. Hold on. I accidentally closed out my shit. So my charisma's a 1, so let me just
Yeah, no worries.
roll a d20 plus 1.
Dude.
4.
Nice.
I think we have disadvantage, so roll again.
Oh, yeah. Do you think it's going to be lower than that?
One. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought it was a 1. I barely looked
That
at
would
your
have been
screen for a moment.
That would have been hilarious.
So, you have a similar feeling as Tamir, and you feel your insides initially nauseous, and then slowly after quickly after, it feels like a dagger is inside of your intestines, literally shredding your intestines to pieces and spinning.
Oh, Jesus.
And then about 2 or 3 minutes later, it begins to pass. You don't feel any other pain in your body, just this kind of nausea that doesn't seem to pass. But the rest has gone. You can kind of feel the weight lifted, but the nausea remains, and that's for both of you. Doesn't seem to be any physical signs of damage or pain or wound.
Okay.
Damn.
He'll look up and go, no bueno. This is no good.
So you're gonna keep it on you like a brooch,
imagine
right?
Total with the sombrero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Totally.
Like your species just speaks Spanish like really fast and really high
Yeah.
pitched.
Well,
No
dude,
bueno.
I swear, when you listen to them, to me, they sound like non-native Filipinos when I grew up in California. That's what they sound
Nice.
like on the fucking TV show. Yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah, other than that, continued long rest, tinkering with my droid. I bought some kits, so I actually have them, so I can use my proficiency modifier.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a 10 minute break. And then after that, we'll probably play for another 30 minutes or so, but I don't want to drag it on too long. Because
I'm
it'll
having
mostly
fun.
just be
All night,
any
baby.
remaining downtime stuff. But and then if you guys want to get the ship back and go for some test drives or go talk to Rina, whatever you guys would like to do at this point. So yeah,
Actually,
think
yes,
about it.
I would like to talk to Rena because we have new information that she didn't ask for, so we could sell it to her.
Sweet.
And Tamir needs help
I-
finding whatever journey
Yes.
he's going.
Yeah, I would like
Yeah.
to join you on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that after. Let's take a 10-minute break or
Yeah.
so, and then we'll be doing that.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay. Sounds good.
Brotherly dad.
Yeah,
Fucking, we're
we
gonna
should
have
just
a Tamir over here be a fucking gray Jedi or some shit.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I was kind of hoping he would fail that charisma check enough to get some dark side forces or shit or whatever. I
Be
don't
like
know.
possessed or something, you know.
I get
Yeah,
possessed.
a Sith enema. I don't know.
I can roleplay a possessed character. I'd be down. I'd be down.
Can you play a character with an enema?
He already is.
I've never had one before,
Yeah,
but apparently I already am.
An enema and about 2 brain cells, apparently.
Oh man,
Washed out all the brain cells with the enema.
yeah, we gotta get them the headband of intellect.
Right.
Hell
The
yeah.
fucking lump the enlightened shit.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So,
Chance,
in
alright.
your guys' downtime, you wanted to meet up with Rina. You scheduled a time with her via datapad, and are able to meet with her at her the tavern. I totally didn't write the name on this
The
note,
tavern.
but
I'm with these guys too as well, by the way.
Okay, I just assumed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's good. You're able to meet up with her. She does have her regular Gamorrean guard / henchman, if you will. But you're allowed into her office, main kind of office waiting room area, and she sits behind a desk. Her familiar long leku with the golden bands that wrap back around to her bracelets around her wrists. They kind of go all the way down to her elbows. Her silver eyes turn and meet the group of you, piercing through you. Well,
Hello.
you were successful.
Yes.
Good.
Sorry, I thought you said
Credits
hello.
were already
Not well.
sent.
Yes. Yes, we were. We dealt with your droid factory problem and solved quite a bit of it. We dealt with your infestation. And we appreciate you repairing the ship for us.
Of course.
I assume that we're going to be able to acquire ownership of that ship as well. That it's now ours.
You see her eyes kind of dart in a different direction than looking at each of you, as if she's pondering for a moment. And then she looks back. That can be arranged.
Oh, okay. Well, I was under the, as I believe all my friends are, that we took ownership of it as soon as we were eliminated the occupants. But if there's something we need to discuss, we can. About that.
You know, sure, we'll call it a gift to you, but I would like to possibly at some point discuss further employment, especially now that you have a ship to use. A rather
Yeah.
nice one, I hear.
It's okay. I think it could be better, but it's nice.
It's okay.
Total is definitely
do you have?
definitely trying to play it down, just so you guys know. He understands the value in that. It's actually really, really good. He's just trying to play it down like, yeah, it's all right.
You have much experience with starships in the galaxy. Do you?
Yeah, actually, I spent a good portion of my youth operating on ships, fixing, maintaining, salvaging, quite a few of them. So I do understand value of what's out there in the galaxy. So.
He nods, and you can't tell if she believes you or doesn't believe you. You can't really tell if she can read through you or not.
Oh well, I'm not lying. I am actually telling the truth that, based on my background, that I did do a lot of like ship repairs.
More about the value of the ship.
Oh,
That's all.
that I truly understand the value of the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the name of the Trade Federation ship that were.
I can't remember either.
The
It doesn't
droid
matter.
control ships.
Yeah.
Those space stations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the reason I was doing that is, it's not really a Trade Federation battleship, but it'll do for now. We'll see what we can do in the future.
You're right. It's not a Trade Federation battleship. That would be quite an interesting predicament. I don't quite know how that would fit in the shipyard, or that'd be a cheap price to repair and refit a Trade Federation ship. But nonetheless,
Yeah. But it's
I'm
adequate for
glad
what
that.
we need it for. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad of that. It's good.
So,
Nakt is
oh.
clearly feeling that this is kind of weird and awkward. And so he sort of nudges Total to talk about the brooch thing we found.
And Total kind of look back at him as this guy basically punches him in the back of the head. With his elbow or something, I guess. He's a little dude.
Well, I figured you
sitting
were in your
droid.
chassis, not fucking.
Yeah. He's kind of like, hey.
I just kind of bump you, man. I'm not trying to do fucking damage here.
It's an implying.
But yeah, no, Total will. He'll look at him and go, "I'll get to it in a minute." So in our investigation and so on into the droid factory and your vermin problem, we stumbled across some other things that may be interconnected, and reasons, and it might provide reasons why your factory was targeted by this group of people. You know that it was the Pike, as we sent that information to you, but we have new information that we'd like to discuss payment for.
You ponders on that, kind of. For the first time, you see not a happy look on her face. She presents very, very happy and welcoming, but her face turns a little bit upset.
And as Total sees that, he's like, and this isn't an extortion. This is benefiting everybody. You talked about continued employment. Me and my friends here, we need additional, we need to pay for things. We need to be able to do our jobs well. And we'd like to continue working with you, but we're looking for basically an extra bonus for things that we uncovered on our own that we could have ignored. Information that, again, may involve you directly. I don't know, or it may not.
Nakt sends Total in a little text message and says, "Nice save."
Well, I'm all for an exchange of information that benefits everyone, but typically when you present something for purchase and you're selling it, you do need to demonstrate value of it. And so there's a lot of information about me and a lot of things that could point or be helpful to me, but without knowing its value, I can't really name a price. Or
Well,
agree
that's what
to
I'm
a
here
price,
for.
nonetheless.
True. And to be honest with you, because you've been a pretty good employer, I'm going to tell you I don't know the full value of this information as well, because we need to continue doing some investigation. However, what I think we were looking for was a little upfront bonus money for this, as this appears to be a not insignificant criminal organization that is involved in your droid factory, which could lead to something akin to maybe a hostile takeover or criminal activities you could be associated with, which could destroy business. So we'd be willing to continue investigating this for you, as our current contract with you has ended. But we'd like a little bit of upfront money or product of some kind, support maybe.
You may not know the value of the information, but I do know the value of that ship. And nonetheless, I haven't heard much of bonuses being given prior to the value of the bonus really being demonstrated. Typically, you give a bonus based on the value of something received. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I was waiting for that.
I was like,
It's
I'm
probably not
amazed
going
you
to be
didn't
very
make him do it earlier.
good. I wasn't lying. There was no lying involved. I'm being as honest. Oh yeah, that's terrible. It was a 10.
He kind of ponders for a moment, lets there be a moment of awkward silence. She's not really made uncomfortable by it. Why don't you... Here, we'll call it even. In exchange for the ship, I will also ensure the ship is filled with fuel and food. And I will make sure it's fully stocked with one new useful modification. But in exchange, you'll be providing this information to me, and we will discuss further employment at that point.
So I agree to those terms, but my friend Nakt has some information about the organization itself that leads us to believe that it's a very dangerous organization, which implies inherent risks. So with everything you agreed to, would you be willing to give us 4,000 credits on top of everything you just said? Because we're going into a situation we don't know, and it's obviously very dangerous.
She stands up from her chair, walks around to the front of the desk, and kind of leans back onto it with her hands on it. 4,000's a hefty price, not knowing the size or threat of the risk. We're talking around the information here, not about the information, and I am a good employer, and I will ensure you have what you need to have protection. But you have to be willing to provide the information. I can't very well assess a threat, especially one that you seem to know very little about, without knowing who this threat is.
Fair enough. You were right. I haven't been as forthcoming as I've been demanding. So the organization we've come across with the information is the Black Shadow Syndicate. And he will sit for a minute, having no problem being uncomfortable in a silence. And he will wait for your answer.
She sits there, also not being uncomfortable. Nakt, what is your passive perception? And Tamir, what's your passive perception?
14.
I believe mine is 11. Yes, 11.
11. Okay, I thought you had more wisdom. Nakt, you see whenever Total says Black Shadow Syndicate, Her eyes almost flash a blue crystalline, like lightning color. Almost animated whenever. You don't know if it's recognition, but almost that her eyes change color themselves for a moment and then immediately flash back to silver.
Mm.
And then Nakt goes, "Hey, yo, what the fuck?" No.
Does
Okay.
Total see this?
What's Total's passive perception?
Trying to figure out what the hell it is.
What's his perception score?
His perception is a 0.
Yeah, so it's 10.
Okay.
So no, he does not see it.
Okay. The droid's a 14.
The droid would see it, but
Nice.
probably not
Right.
Notice
of any
anything? And
note. Yeah.
yeah, he wouldn't communicate it. Got it.
She sits for a minute, almost a few, like 30 seconds too long, where it is kind of that uncomfortable, awkward silence.
I like how Chance decided to mimic that silence.
A lot of quietness going on.
I know.
My headset died at the perfect time there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
And
she,
combat start.
no, she sits there for a few seconds too long, and then looks back at you, Total, eyes piercing through you. I'm aware of the Black Shadow Syndicate. What about them?
So you're aware that they're the reason that the Pike were here in your factory, infesting your droid, causing you production problems.
I am now, if that's what you're implying.
Yes, and that's the information I bring for 4,000 credits.
Well, I don't fear the Black Shadow Syndicate, and I don't believe that you should. Well, unless I've underestimated them, which is inherently possible. I haven't heard or spoken with anyone for quite some time. That all being said, let's call it 2,000 credits.
Little turn in his chassis and kind of look at Tamir and Nakt and give a little shrug with his little tiny shoulders and his big old mustache. He really needs a sombrero. He needs a sombrero.
Yeah, he needs a sombrero.
He straight up does. Disney does not do a good job of hiding their bias.
They do not.
No. Jamaicans are idiots. Mexicans are little and industrious. Yeah, it's just hilarious. And then if no objections come from either one of them, he'll turn around and go, "The ship, fully restocked, fully repaired, 2,000 credits as a initial bonus, and we will investigate the Black Shadow Syndicate's interest in your droid factory, with additional payment coming up once we're done investigating."
Sounds fair to me.
So, okay. We'll discuss once we find all the information, we'll discuss the final payment of our information.
I agree. I feel as if I've been generous thus far, so I don't think you should have reason to doubt.
You've been very generous, but this is Nar Shaddaa, where you should take care of yourself before other people.
Yes, and of course I do that.
Yes.
And you should too.
Okay.
But
Absolutely.
the thing you should be careful about is that's something you can count on Nar Shaddaa, is that everyone has their own best interests. Beyond this place, there's a lot out there that is questionable in that sense of people may not have their own best interests or have interests that don't align and don't make sense. So just be careful.
Oh, I agree. If we were on a planet, say Onderon, I probably wouldn't have been so direct and so demanding. But
You'd be
we're
wise,
here.
little
Yeah.
one.
But we're here doing business. Well, I thank you for your time. If my friends have anything to talk to you about, they will do so. But I'm gonna head out.
Very well. Oh, before you leave, I do have another I have a contact who needs a bit of protection detail for a celebration ceremony coming up here on Narshada. So it'll be in a few nights. I can provide you information if you want. They pay well, probably better than I do. If you're interested.
When you say production detail, what do you mean?
Protection.
Protection detail.
Oh, protection. I misunderstood you. My apologies. My ears are little and I'm low to the ground.
Very well. I'll talk in a higher pitch next time.
I appreciate it. Protection detail. I think we can do that for sure. I think we can. Speaking for the group here, and then total again. We'll look back and give sort of a what do you guys think gesture.
No need to make the decision now. I'll send the information over, and if you decide to take them up on the offer, then you can reach out and I'll provide those details.
Okay, sounds good.
And then
Very well.
Nakt will put his hand on Tamir's shoulder and sort of gesture to talk to her about that information.
The silent wingman.
Yes, the silent win. Oh yes. This we also with this information, and we won't charge you for this. We found this on the Pike's ship, and he'll hold up in both his hands, obviously, because the brooch is probably too big for one. He'll hold it up, and he'll show it to her, but he's not going to let her hold it because he knows that there's some weird effect to it. So he's just going to show it to her. Do you know what significance this may have to the Pike or to the Black Shadow Syndicate?
She takes a moment, and then you can see she pulls from the desk a pair of, it's basically like a visor or like pair of glasses that are electronic, puts them on, doesn't grab it, she's smarter than that, but analyzes
us.
the object as you hold it to her.
Did you just call us all stupid?
Yeah. I did.
Nice.
The GM did. But she looks over it and pulls the glasses off without saying any words. It's an interesting artifact you have there.
Yes, it is.
Where'd you find that at?
On the Pike ship. Which is why we brought it to your attention. It's pretty. I could probably get a good penny for it. But the symbol itself, we don't know how it may relate to the Black Shadow Syndicate. And this we won't charge you for.
Very well. I won't charge you for this information either. That is a symbol of the original sect of who were once the Pike Syndicate, that became the Black Shadow Syndicate. I don't believe they go by that symbol now, but that was once their insignia.
Did you say this was the original emblem of the sect? Or an original sect of the Pike Syndicate? Like before the Pike?
Yes. So, well, there was a original group of Pikes that formed the Pike Syndicate, or what we now know as the Pike Syndicate. And there was a group of individuals who broke off from them who believed that they could be more wealthy and more influential beyond just trading illicit drugs. And they also believed that the membership should not be restricted to just the Pikes. So they formed what is now known as the Black Shadow Syndicate. And that was their original insignia. I don't believe they have an official insignia now, or if they do, I haven't seen it, which is typical of the Black Shadow Syndicate. They're very secretive.
So were
And
they
she,
in? Go ahead.
she's saying this as she takes a cloth from a drawer behind her desk and uses it to grab the insignia.
Total will let her do that, and while she's doing that, he'll ask, so are the Black Shadow Syndicate and the Pike Syndicate opposing forces? Do they work against each other, or are they just?
They were antagonists to each other, but maybe times have changed.
Okay. And he'll let her look at it before he says anything else.
She just continues looking over it, now without the glasses.
So since we're going to continue employment with you and investigate this, and we've accepted a bonus from you, what specific information are we looking for from the investigation we're about to go conduct?
Why are the Pikes or the Black Shadow Syndicate taking droids from our factory? And the problem here is that I mentioned that I haven't spoken or heard of the Black Shadow Syndicate in a long time. They were supposed to have been dead, all of them, and they're not.
Hmm.
So we need to discover or determine who is running them and what kind of operation they may have and what are they really doing.
Would Nakt know that information?
No, Nakt would have been close enough to them, because if he was close enough to them, he would have been killed. So he wasn't close enough to them to be able to know that information at this point.
Maybe new organization, same ideals.
Right.
It's possible. Did you say that in character?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible it's the same ideals, but if it is, that's more alarming than new ideals.
What made you afraid of them?
They circumvent much of the natural order and way of things, both by use of mysterious powers and by collections of very, very old artifacts of very great power. And use them for destruction, but not on a political level, but a much more self-serving, world-ending level.
Bombs.
Or at least they were trying to.
It's not like anybody has the ability or the need to make a giant planet-killing machine.
No.
No, not at
That
all.
would be ridiculous.
That'd be so goofy and yeah.
Total says in his sombrero.
He says in a sombrero.
Riding
Yeah.
in his lowrider.
Yeah. Straight up, Disney is racist.
Blasting
Oh,
the city
dude.
rolling.
Do you have hydraulics on that thing?
They're working on it. Chance will let me have it.
It's getting there.
Chance
Yeah.
will let me have him because I'm white or because he's white. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit's funny.
It's
But
hilarious.
Noct once again sort of nudges, especially when she was talking about mysterious powers. nudges Tamir about the whole powers
I have one more
curse thing.
question for you. I have been cursed, and the milk that I drank will probably get me through a week or so. But I was told by this one, the lizard man, because I don't know your name, by the way, that I should seek out the Force Priestesses or the Jin Sarai to be cured of my affliction.
I know little of the Jinsarai, but I can do some research on that and get back to you.
Dimir nods.
I tap Tamir on the shoulder and give him a thumbs up.
You wouldn't happen to have the milk that prevents you from dying?
It narrows her eyes. I'm not sure of this, but I could also do research on that.
Tamir just kind of nods and folds his arms over themselves and kind of puffs out his chest a little bit proud of himself.
Well, if there's nothing else, I have some matters I need to attend to.
No, I think we're fine. Actually, what question about the SIP are you? Could you modify the transponder codes already?
I have already done that.
Outstanding. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Okay, I'm good to go. And Total will turn around with his chassis walking out, and he'll just turn around as it's walking one way, he's facing another, and he'll just wave in his sombrero. See ya. And
He
he'll
just
transfer.
nods.
Yep, and he'll transfer the 500 credits to the other guy from the 2,000 we got.
Oh yeah. And Nakt will just be like Galak and wave goodbye and walk out with him.
If we pulled our
Perfect.
resources, could we get a boarding craft?
How much are they? I was trying to find one.
Oh. I know there was one in Clone Wars, the dagger arm-looking one with the droids inside of it.
I was looking. I didn't get all the way through the list of stuff. Customization options. It's not just the thing itself. We also have to take, based on the rules here, we have to take time to have it installed, and we have to pay to have it installed. So it's buying the item and installing it. It might
You
almost
can't
be
just
cheaper.
buy a boarding craft.
It might almost be cheaper just to buy, if that's what you're trying to do, buy a
No.
specific fighter. But we would need to add a launch bay to our ship, which would cost money and time.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Chance.
I get where you're going, but our ship
Yeah.
doesn't currently have that capability.
Would I know why her eyes changed?
No, you would not.
Okay. Once we get back
Was it?
to safety, when we know it's just us, I will inform them the best I can, probably through just a text message, that during our conversation, her eyes changed in a very strange way.
Total will look at the message and just shrug, and look at you and go, I didn't see it. I don't know. Did you get anything from it? Like, does it mean something to you?
And Nakt will type that her eyes changed from silver to, what did you say, like lightning blue or something?
Yeah, like sparkly lightning blue.
To sparkling lightning blue, and then back to silver. During which part of the conversation?
when I
Whenever he
talked about-
mentioned the Black Shadow Syndicate.
Black Shadow.
Yeah.
Would
Would that be something that would be associated with any kind of electronic, cybernetic, like her accessing information like they do in Cyberpunk, the video game?
Make a technology check.
With advantage?
What you're trying to ask is she a Mentat?
right?
Ah, fuck it. I rolled an 8 or 2. I got an 8. Yes.
No, you're not aware of anything that would be associated with that.
Okay.
Wait, are there Mentat-like people in Star Wars?
We're talking about Dune earlier.
Not
Yeah.
to my knowledge.
Well, I mean, if you
Okay.
take the Book of Boba Fett as canon,
Yeah.
Which I don't.
right?
So yeah, not
It
to
was
my
terrible.
knowledge.
I think Acolyte is just one step above fucking
Right.
Boba Fett.
Oh, that's sad, dude.
In my personal opinion, you might actually find it really well done, but I don't know.
No,
Anyway.
I don't know.
I don't want to start another rant.
Right. But I'll basically just tell Total and Tamir to be on the lookout. She may have more information that she wanted to share.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind. It's also possible she may know exactly what's going on, and we may be going into some kind of not trap, but a situation we're not fully aware of.
Right. Not
Which I'm
great.
fine with if we're compensated well enough for it.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's undervaluing what we're doing, then we'll have to come back and negotiate a higher price. So
Agreed.
with that in mind. Well, I guess we just hang out until our ship is ready, and then we go to Tatooine.
Take Tamir back home. Drop him off.
Yeah.
Leave him there. I mean,
if you guys don't like this character, I can write it. I can make a new one. I'm totally cool with that.
no, I love this character. Dude. It's
No.
so great.
No.
Oh, I hate it.
Cool.
It sucks. It's terrible. He smells bad. He can't talk. He looks goofy. No, I'm kidding. Dude, if you like him, play him.
Yeah, dude.
No.
I think this is a fun cast of characters, honestly.
Yeah.
Except for Dalton,
It
who's
is
basic as
interesting.
human. Oh,
Yeah. He probably went with the most sane character.
yeah.
But speaking of which, I think we'll bring his, when we get our ship, we'll bring his unconscious body on the ship with us. Because I assume he's just been drinking hard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dealing with
For sure.
PTSD. And he's like, I can't handle this. And he, is all passed out for like days. So do we want to spend a few minutes talking about ship modifications, or are you done, Chance? Like done?
I'm probably gonna call it here. But
Okay.
you guys can talk. I mean, I'll hang out for a few minutes if you guys want to talk about ship modifications, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down. Yeah.
I'm down with looking at because there are older games that I used to play, and I forget what they were called, but they had boarding options, and I always made my ships have borders because I love the fact of just, and before the ship was dead, I'd just shoot a bunch of Space Marines over to it, and it was not a Space Marine game. But anyway, send them over there, they take over the ship, and I'd have an almost completely intact ship to add to my fleet. So I thought it was cool.
That was Homeworld, dude.
That's one of them. There was another
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, Master of Orion, I think, did that. And that's like
Oh,
a 90s
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to look at that, and then that would be pretty sweet because Total and his droid, or Total could be on the ship, piloting it or whatever, and you guys could send over your attack ship, and I could send my droid with you, and you guys could all attack while I'm maneuvering the ship around, doing shit. So, so let me see. I'm on the starship thing. We're looking at medium ship. So we're tier 2, which means role specialization, nimble starship, and ability score increase. So have you done all of that? Added that to the character sheet, Chance?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we need to look at that thingamabob. Oh, did you guys get the picture I sent in general? My daughter has she lives with her grandparents right now, and she has a dachshund, a Chihuahua, and she found a Mexican hat, sombrero in downtown
Nice.
or in Old Town, and so she bought it so she could put it on the dog. And when you guys are talking about that, like with a mustache, this is exactly what he'd look like.
Perfect.
This should probably not be on your recording. There.
Well, that sucks.
Tactical nuke incoming!